friends, welcome to the daily current affairs session brought to you by Neo AS. Today on the 28th April, we're going to see some of the topics. World Press Freedom Index, Gaia, 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 Barbados, Bureau of Indian Standards and UNCCD. UNCCD is a environment topic, it's a static one. Read it yourself and rest, just 3 I'll be taking, okay. So the news on World Press Freedom Index is the Reporters Without the Borders, that is an organization which releases this report every year. So as the name suggests, it's a press freedom index, so that the criteria to rank different countries based on the press freedom that they enjoy in the respective country. So Norway tops this year and North Korea is at the bottom. So Norway at the top, no, North Korea at the bottom, and other countries which are at the bottom is Eritrea, Turkmenistan, Syria and China. And as far as India is concerned, India has dropped to 138 from 136 last year. So 2 points we have dropped down. So regarding this, we know Article 19 of our Constitution about freedom of expression, freedom of interaction, and all those forming associations, etc., and about the newspapers and all those the internet, the social media community, wherever there are a limit or reasonable restrictions given to the freedom of expression. So Article 19 is not an absolute right in our Constitution, which it has certain reasonable restrictions. So that is how that is static version. Now this is where how much free they are to express, the people, the organizations, the institutions, the governmental bodies, etc., the press, the news, the print media, the social media, etc., how much free they are to express different things or various things. So Norway and the Nordic countries, Sweden, Denmark, all those are at the top, and this is being ranked among 180 plus countries. And the organization is Reporters Without Borders. This is a famous organization actually, the BSF, that is not English, that is by RSF game. So Reporters Without Borders, and that's all. Previous year actually Norway, it is their second time they are running continuously. So that is a key highlight here. That's all, nothing much. Gaia Space Telescope, GAIA, Gaia. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is by European Space Agency, ESA. Now we have seen Galileo, which is a navigation satellite or navigation constellation system of European Union. Same way we have the Gaia Space Telescope, which is designed or initiated or launched by this European Space Agency for astrometry. Now what is astrometry? We know astronomy and astrology. So what is astrometry? Astrometry is a branch of astronomy, inside astronomy, which they make measurements of different celestial bodies like stars, galaxies, other meteors and asteroids, planets, moons, etc. So that is what they do. Astrometry is a branch of astronomy which make precise measurements of the positions and movements of different celestial bodies. That is what the main thing astrometry related to. So we can expect a question where different projects will be given and what all are the purposes for that. For example, InSights is a lander to Mars. TESS is an exoplanet survey system which will go outside the solar system for finding or searching or exploring different other systems like solar system. So like that, Gaia may also be coming in the question where they may ask what it is related to astrometry or exploration of different planet or something like that. So this is a telescope actually. This is a satellite with 2 telescopes that revolves around the Earth, rotates its own axis, and has 2 telescopes for viewing different astrometry, doing astrometry, which will it will measure the speed, it will measure the distance, position change, and all those physical quantity measurements related to different celestial bodies, star to star, planet to planet, solar system to solar system, Milky Way, galaxies, etc. So this helped to chart a 3-dimensional map of our galaxy. So that is what their mission is right now. They are trying to make a 3D map, a 3D structure or model of our Milky Way, our galaxy Milky Way, which is spiral. So this was launched in 2013 and it revolves around the Earth and has 2 telescopes for surveying. And see 3 instruments that this payload of the satellite is: the astrometry instrument ASTRO, the photometric instrument BP/RP, and the radial velocity spectrometer. So it measures velocity, it measures radiations, different frequencies, as well as it has astrometry instrument which measures the position change. So Gaia Space Telescope, European Space Agency. Okay, next one is Barbados. Barbados is a country in the Central American region, the Caribbean region, and the news was that there is a program, Brihat Sampark Yojana, undertaken by our government, Indian government, and Ministry of External Affairs is a coordinating agency. And what is Brihat Sampark Yojana? So there is a term Sampark. Sampark means have a relation, connection, connect with different people. So this is an outreach program to various countries. Almost 190 countries are covered. Almost everyone in the UN who has the UN membership. So we will try to connect with all those countries. That is a Brihat Sampark Yojana. So not mandatory that a higher ministry will go, like PM or finance minister, etc. Any minister, different ministers will be given tasks to visit different countries. That is what so to have a government to government, G to G relation, or government to business relation, like that. We have diaspora in almost all the countries. So that is where it's a Brihat Sampark Yojana. So as part of Brihat Sampark Yojana, our ministry is going to Barbados, Ministry of State for Social Justice and Empowerment. Not important who is going. We need to know Brihat Sampark Yojana as well as some facts about Barbados. Now UPSC has a style of asking map kind of questions. They are keenly interested on giving any sea, Gulf, ocean, strait, like that. So today we will be learning a few facts about Barbados. So Barbados is an island nation in the Caribbean region of the North America, but it is completely surrounded by Atlantic Ocean. Now next slide I will show you a map. See, it is in the Caribbean region of Central America, but it is completely surrounded by Atlantic Ocean. Nowhere Caribbean Sea is coming to have a boundary with this. So Barbados is an island nation actually, and it is situated in the northwestern part of Atlantic Ocean. So where there is North America and South America, in between we have the Central America and the Caribbean Sea. We call it as Caribbean Islands. And towards the east see North America, South America, and the eastern side we have Barbados. So that is close, that is to the northwestern part of Atlantic Ocean. In the slide we can see. And it belongs to the Lesser Antilles. Lesser Antilles is a group of island nations. We also call it as archipelago. We have Lakshadweep, we have this Andaman and Nicobar as archipelago, we have Japan as archipelago, Sunda Shelf, Indonesia, Malaysia. So all those group of islands, it forms an arc, right? So archipelago. So it belongs to Lesser Antilles. Now we have Greater Antilles also, Cuba, Haiti, etc. coming under Greater Antilles. So two facts. Barbados has the third oldest parliament still operating. It started operation in 1639 and still it is operating. So third oldest parliament. Now which are the first and second? Find it out yourself. Bridgetown is a capital, and it has a garrison, and that is UNESCO World Heritage Site. Not much important. And third point is important. This is the third most developed country in the Western Hemisphere. This is the third most developed country after US and Canada. So three facts. This is an island nation but completely surrounded by Atlantic Ocean, and it has the world's third oldest parliament, and it is the third most developed country in the Western Hemisphere. So 3 points and third. That's also. Let's see a map of Barbados or the Central American region. See, this is the North Atlantic Ocean, and here we have the South Atlantic Ocean. See, this is the tip of South America. We can see Venezuela and Colombia. So from there, right side we have the South Atlantic Ocean. In between we have the Caribbean Sea. So see, Barbados comes here actually. This is Barbados, easternmost part of this Central America. We have the Barbados, and this is completely surrounded by what? This is completely surrounded by Atlantic Ocean. See, Caribbean Sea is here. Caribbean Sea won't bound this border this Barbados. See, we can see Haiti and Cuba, bigger nations, Cuba and Haiti. After this San Diego, we can see an arc. We can see an arc of countries. See, there is an arc of countries, and many countries are there, mainly Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Anguilla. This is Saint Martin, then Barbados, Saint Lucia, Vincent, Grenada, Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. So all this small arc of this arc of small countries make Lesser Antilles. So that is Lesser Antilles, starting from this tip of South America. It goes upright and reaches Haiti. So that is Lesser Antilles, and this Cuba and this western part of Haiti and Cuba and all those countries make Greater Antilles. So have a good idea of Greater Antilles and Lesser Antilles. Don't confuse it with Andes Mountain. Okay, Andes Mountain is in western side of South America. So have a good look. See some of the nations. See the tip of United States can be seen there. Bahamas is there. So Mexico is there. Honduras is there. So every day good look on the map will make you perfect. So Bureau of Indian Standards is the next news. This is a standardization organization inside our country, which formulates different standards. They make set of rules or standards. They provide different different industries to follow certain standards. For example, we have the the gas stove in our kitchen, so that has this ISI mark. Same way, BIS is also such kind of an institution, organization which prescribes different standards. Like we have the BIS hallmark in the gold. The same way, ISI is also one such standardization institution. BIS is also one such standards institution. So this is in compliance with ISO, International Organization for Standardization. We'll see about that. So what is the news is Bureau of Indian Standards granted the first license to normally BIS don't give license to any companies, but they have started it as part as our ease of doing business. We have started it, and so granted the first license to Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited. News is not of important, but we need to know a few facts about BIS. It is a statutory body actually. There is an act, BIS Act, Bureau of Indian Standards Act of 1986. See, and this comes under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So this comes under the not Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution. So whichever ministry is at the apex of this BIS, that minister will be the ex officio chairman of BIS. So ministry in charge of the corresponding ministry or the department under whom this BIS is placed. Different government can place it wherever. So that minister will be that chairman of that department will be the ex officio president of BIS. What they will do, they will they will recognize formulation, recognition and promotion of the Indian standards. So everywhere, entire world has different organization standards. Like ISO is a globally accepted standard. We have ISO 9001, 2000 like that. We have this BSI, which is of Britain. We have API, which is American Petroleum Institute. So that is another where all petroleum related products, petroleum related plants has certain standardization organization. Same way, India is also having BIS. So there are 25 members drawn from the central or state government. So various all state and center and different other organizations are stakeholders for this. And see two things. BIS is a founder member of ISO. This is where you can expect a statement. BIS is a founder member of ISO, International Organization for Standardization, and which is headquartered at Geneva. So three statements you can expect. Is it a statutory body? If yes, then which is the statute, which is the act? Second one, is it a founder member of ISO? Yes, it is. And this BIS represents India in various standardization organizations global, like ISO, IEC, which is International Electrochemical Consortium, World Standard Service Network, that is something for the standardization organization for all the service sector entities of entire globe. So that is what, have a clear idea. Let's see four organizations like this globally. See, we have International Organization for Standardization, ISO, which promotes worldwide proprietary industrial and commercial standards. So that is a global presence everywhere. Any product can have ISO certification. A police station can have an ISO certification. An internet cafe can have, a government organization can have, an NGO can have, or an industry can have, a laptop can have. So anything, it's a world proprietary actually, and industrial as well as commercial standards, and some organizations also can have ISO certification. That is what ISO. This is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Just like we have ASME for mechanical engineers, American standards for mechanical engineers. Same way, this is an Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer, IEEE. This is a very big institution, it is the largest institution, as they say, world's largest association of technical professionals with more than 4,20,000 members in over 160 countries. Even in India, we have IEE members. British Standards Institution, BSI. Our India's is BIS. Britain has BSI. It is a national standards body of United Kingdom, not India. Produces technical standards on a wide range of products and services, as well as they give certifications. So that is just a few statement. Just know where it is. BSI, International Electrotechnical Commission. International Electrotechnical Commission, not consortium, sorry for that. IEC, again that is an international body. So IEC and ISO are international, and this is also international, but BSI is of UK. It is concentrated on UK. So what they will do, they will prepare and publish international standards for all electrical, electrochemical goods or products. So that is what, and together electrical and electronic together they are called electrotechnical. So International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC, and collectively known as electrotechnology. So have a good idea of this. There are many others also, like we have seen for WSSN for service, many other. We have this environmental sector also has this kind of organizations for giving standards. So have a good idea, learn about ISI also. Winding up here. See you next day. Have a nice day. Thank you.